Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Tierney Field in Glencoe, Maryland. This is our second semifinal here, the Maryland Lacrosse League. McFauls, they have picked up a victory earlier today in the quarterfinals to take on the Ciders, the number 2 seed in our tournament. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us. Who will join the Coopers in the championship game at 4:30? We were about to find out as McFauls are in the blue. Eastsiders are in the orange. We'll do our best to bring you the particulars, the correct names and numbers of everybody. And it looks like we're just about ready to get started. 12-minute running time quarters. And it was a 9-1 win for the Coopers. And let's hope this one's a little bit closer, a little bit more entertaining as we are underway, and it's controlled by McFauls. Back it goes for Tony Million, wearing number 7 for McFauls. This is essentially the 2-3 matchup. Again, top 4 teams survive to the semifinals. It's pretty much what you want. The regular season to mean it. As Million being harassed there by Brian Haney. Trying to sweep his way through and get his hands free. Forced to dump it on back, though. McFauls has a 0-0. It's Randy Belton. He's playing the midi position. He has it now. It's usually a goalie number. And it's thrown near side. Daniel Roach. He kind of winds up, gets ready to move in. Roach with a lot of room in front of him. A minute into this game. Stutter steps, goes to the right, jumps, fires, and a save. And it'll be swallowed up. That's a nice stop there. Trying to catch who the goalie is, wearing 77, but we have 2 number 77s listed. One a defenseman, one a midi, so that doesn't help us. It's taken here by Christopher Kenny. Here side. Lowry. Now for Chris Ships, back behind. Back up now for Lowry. Nice look up top, left-handed shot and a save. Trying to go 5-hole as Kyle Benitez, but a big stop. So each team has had an opportunity. Brian Chittum, by the way, is in goal for McFauls. Look to the crease. Ray Kemper. Looked all the way back up top. Shot from the outside, whipped high by Belton. But it's backed up by McFauls. 2 minutes in, each team has a couple of shots towards cage. Still no score. Ray Kemper. Left-handed shot, that goes wide. And again, backed up by McFauls. They try the near side, but Ray Kemper can't keep it alive. So Ben Schabert will inbound. Oh, almost given away. And bounce to the near side for Scarini. Scarini jogging his way in. Absorbs the pressure from Ray Kemper. Let's look far side for Patrick Kenny. Pass a little bit high for Ships. And that'll skip out of play. It'll be McFauls' possession. 3 minutes in, no score. Long pass up ahead. Connects here with Davenport. Queries Davenport. Wearing number 9 for McFauls. Dumped across now for Kenny Reed. Correction, that is Reed, I think. We have 3 number 8s listed. Jump shot and a save. Didn't change the eye level of the keeper. As he'll try the outlet the other way, trying to get a fast break going, trying to step up the pace of this game. It's been pretty slow in spite of both teams having opportunities. The loose ball is finally picked up by McFauls. And Nathan Welsh. Welsh gets over the center line out of York College, played club there. Also a varsity swimmer. Ray Kemper being looked at by Schabert. Goes around, finds room, sweep shot, and it's blocked away. But McFauls maintains possession. Daniel Roach Goal line extended, being forced back behind. Look to the crease, it's intercepted. Long sticker, moving in. Takes a shot and it goes high. Backed up off a leg, but taken away by McFauls. Outlet pass gets away. Loving the intensity. Execution isn't quite perfect, but it works out for McFauls. Look to the crease, nobody there. And it'll go out of play, and it'll be East Cider ball. Still no score, 7-13 and counting to go in the first quarter. And the restart. So here's Lee Nielsen. Nielsen jogging his way in. Doesn't get inside yet. Dropped off for Lowry, and then goes back behind. Spin by Ships. Ships trying to get out in front. Pass gets away from Kenny. It'll scoot towards the center line, but not quite making it. Nobody there. And they're going to call the over and back, even though it didn't look like it made it over the line. Restart here for McFauls. 6:25 to go in the first quarter. Ray Kemper being kept outside. Spin move away from the double team. Dumps back behind at X here for Belton. Under 6 minutes to go. Still waiting for our first score. Belton trying to power his way out in front. Jumps and fires. That goes high. But it is backed up by Ray Kemper. .5:38 to go in the first. Still waiting for our first goals. Again, both teams have had shots on cage. Couple of saves for each keeper. Sweep shot off the crossbar. Ray Kemper, the best opportunity of the game, strikes iron. Outlet pass gets away, and let's see who they'll give possession to. It'll be McFauls. Ram Gopal will take it up ahead. Forced to the left. Jump shot and a save. Yeah, not really changing the eye level. Quick outlet for Benitez. Lots of real estate in front of him. Benitez. Nice look towards the crease, but blocked away. Jeff Kraft got his cross in the way. Grabbed here by Kenny. And he'll slow it down for the East Ciders. Riddy moving in. Sweeps to his right. Tipped out of his cross, but recovers. Goal line extended pass out to the crease, but into the body of Ships. Really not an opportunity to corral it easily, so it'll be taken over by McFauls. And back now for Brian Chittum. Pass gets away from Marshall, but skips through him now for Ray Kemper. Ray Kemper will wait for midi substitutions. They're down under 4 minutes to go in the first. Tony Million. Nice look back as Bragg trying to dump it on back here for Roach. Roach has to chase it down and gets it across for Belton. And no shot clock, but the officials can call stalls. So here's Bragg. That's the only change from modern NCAA play as far as the rule set is concerned for today. Pass across. That gets away. Slipped out of the cross of Bragg, and it will be East Cider ball. 3:15 to go in the first. So here come the East Ciders. And you can see that long stick to the defenseman wanting to move in and fire. They all do. But wise decision to slow it down a bit. Pass a little bit high out of the reach of Lowry. And it will stay in play on this surface. It is kind of a sport turf with the an artificial surface with the tires serving essentially as the dirt. So it'll play true. An opportunity for McFauls to go the other way, but the pass gets away, and it'll be East Sider ball. So things getting a little sloppy. As we head to the later stages of this first quarter. And both teams have had opportunities, but we remain scoreless. Ryan Haney out of Indiana, played club there, was a conference champion. Back behind for Ships. Lost it out of his cross. Trying to scoop up there, Kenny. Taken back by McFauls, and here's Alex Marshall. Marshall looking up ahead. Ray Kemper gets inside the restraining box. Finds room in front of him. Good defensive switch. Ray Kemper trying to sneak his way through. One-handed shot, and he scores! Oh, great work from Dave Ray Kemper. And makes it a 1-0 game in favor of McFauls. And had that other hand kind of held up, so decides to just fire it with his right. Something you don't normally see in lacrosse. But nicely done by Ray Kemper to finally get on the board. So down under 2 minutes to go here in the first, a 1-0 McFauls lead. Trying to punch their ticket to the championship game at 4:30. That would be against the Coopers, who blew out the Shamrocks 9-1. Under a minute to go. Draw win for the East Siders. Here's Christopher Kenny. Played collegiately at Dickinson. As he'll step inside and right back out, being looked at by Gregory Bragg. Work back behind it, X. Trying to power his way through his Ships. Slow down, nice look. Shot off the crossbar. Sean Doherty rings it off the iron. Chased it to the near side, down to 28 seconds to go. Travis Skeel lost it. Alex Marshall spins and fires it up ahead, and waiting for it is Ray Kemper. He'll try to get a fast break going. Turns on the speed, but lost it out of his cross. Gets it right back. That allowed the defense to settle. The shot comes in and a save. Scooped up, then dropped again. Ooh, lifted towards the cage, and back behind the keeper will grab with 5 seconds left. Just wants to kill the rest of this. Tries the home run pass, but it's a looping opportunity, and that'll end the first quarter. So after one, it's 1-0 McFauls. We'll take a quick break as you're watching the Maryland Lacrosse League semifinals on the Sports Fan Base Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Tierney Field. Second quarter has begun. McFauls leading by a score of 1-0. Greg Franzen, we have him listed as number 99, but he's actually wearing number 5 for McFauls, and he has the lone goal in this game. Winner of this game will head to the championship game at 4:30. We're underway, and McFauls in the blue. East Siders are in the orange. It's kicked away and controlled here by McFauls after the draw win by the East Siders. So Franzen, former D1 player, and won the championship in '95 with Syracuse. Also played at Towson. And you got a great mix of club guys, D3, D1. Hey, maybe some guys who, played a little bit in high school and want to get back into it. That's the fantastic thing about the Maryland Lacrosse League is find yourself a team, come on and play. 10 teams so far, but they're always looking for more. This shot goes wide, but backed up by McFauls. So it stays 1-0 in favor of McFauls with 10:05 to go here in the second quarter. So here's Randy Belton. Trying to jump his way in, spins, draws a double. Nice cross look. Shot comes in, that's scores! Off the crossbar, bounces off the keeper and in. That's a nice shot by Tony Million. He gets his first of the game. It's now 2-0 McFauls.
McFauls goal, scorer number 7, Tony Million.
And that was crossbar, maybe spun off the back of the keeper, and it certainly was a spin. Had a lot of English to it, and it just kind of trickled over the line. So Million gets the goal. McFauls doubles their lead with a 9-20 and counting to go here in the second quarter. East Ciders, the number 2 seed, coming in to this tournament. McFauls played early today, so it would be big for them if they can get up and just find a way to hang on and save some energy. And we talked about that a lot in game 1, as we'll have a face-off violation, and McFauls will get possession. But McFauls, if they're going to win this championship, they'll have to win 3 games in one day. Not easy to do in a 90-plus degree afternoon in suburban Baltimore. Nice look across, but it gets away from everybody. And it will be East Cider ball again. East Cider would love to step up and try to get back into this one. Trailing just by 2, so plenty of time, as we're not even at the half yet. Nice look far side. There's Shabert trying to power his way in. Bounce towards the crease. That goes wide. And it is backed up by McFauls. They'll get possession. That's the danger of the defensive player coming in and taking a shot. Nobody expects it. So you may not be set for a backup. But Shabert, the former Randolph-Macon product, gave it a go. Nice look to the crease, but not able to get a shot off as it slipped out of the cross. It's a great opportunity, but it stays 2-0 McFauls. They'll maintain possession. Back behind here is Belton, mentioned earlier, from Frederick Douglass High School. Played some collegiate club. Spins to his left. Low shot saved. Comes near side. Here's Franzen. Looks to the crease and slows it down. Low shot, that goes wide. And it is backed up by McFauls. And not only do we have D1, D3 talent from the collegiate ranks, have some international as well. Number 3, Kyle Standiford for the East Ciders. This low shot is blocked out in front of the crease. Behind the back shot goes wide by Davenport. We're talking about Standiford. Played D3 at Amherst, but also played in 2 European championships. And was in the 2014 FIL World Championships for England. That's kind of cool to see. Not only trying to grow the game here in Maryland and in the United States, it's growing around the world. This shot skims off the crossbar. There have been a number of pipe shots in this one. And that was Josh Gerber with the opportunity there. It stays 2-0 McFauls. 6:11 to go in the second. McFauls still with it. Davenport. Dump back behind here for Franzen. Nice look up top. Shot save. Good wraparound shot by Belton. But it kind of stayed hip level. Clear attempt here by Standiford. And he'll get over the center line. East Ciders trailing 2-0 in this semifinal. Sharp angle shot that goes wide. And it looks like we have an East Cider player a little slow to get back up. That's Patrick Kinney. The blow play dead, give him a chance to regroup. Again, maybe at the pro and collegiate levels, they'd keep play going, but at the post-collegiate club level, they will probably slow things down for you. It's taken in by Christopher Kenny. And bounces across far side again. East Ciders still looking for their first goal. 5 minutes left to go, second quarter. Trailing 2-0. Cross down, shot comes in and a save. Good job staying with it by Chittum. And it will be McFauls' possession. Done a good job of limiting the opportunities for the East Ciders. Basically one and dones. Well, pretty consistent pressure put on by McFauls. It's bounced back now for Belton. Running the majority of the offense is Belton. Fresh on, here's Tony Million. He has the second goal for McFauls. Greg Franzen, who wears number 5, has the other. So here's Million, sweeping across. Look to the crease, but it gets away. Standiford will start the fast break. He likes to run, has room in front of him. Nice dump across, pass a little low to the crease, but partially blocked. It doesn't connect to Doherty. Doherty has it back behind as the wind picks up a little bit here in suburban Baltimore. And there was a offhand chance of storms throughout the day. Well, it looks like we're clear right now. Hopefully it stays that way. Head fake by Kenny. Good job defensively by McFauls. But East Ciders maintain possession, 3:25 to go in the second quarter. Another sweep, trying to get his hands free, takes a shot, kicked away. Big stop by Chittum, who's been strong. He'll try the outlet, but the pass is low. And controlled here by Kenny. Kenny trying to sweep to his left. Goes back to his right, hands free, takes a shot, and another save by Chittum. And he'll outlet up ahead to the near side. In and out of the cross of Marshall, scoops up, and he'll start to go. Cross now for Franzen. Out of an in-between hop, so he decides to bat it down and slow down the play. 2:45 left to go. Here in the second, 2-0 McFauls. Trying to back his way in. Absorbing some slashes from Robert Wilson. Still backing in. Now the poke. Behind here for Belton. To the crease, quick stick score! That is a nice look out in front. And it is now a 3-0 McFauls lead. Number 15 with the goal, but we do not have a 15 listed.
Goal scored by number 15. Assist from number 00, Randy Belton.
So we apologize for not having his name, but he knows who he is if he's watching the replay. That's a great quick stick goal.
2 minutes and a half to score.
Really nothing that the East Sider keeper can do. So under 2 minutes to go and still counting. Again, running time. It is 3-0 McFauls. It's going to be a little frustrating for East Siders because simply they've had some opportunities. Their last offensive set, Brian Chittum made 2-3 key stops. Now a draw victory for McFauls. And it's dropped off for Davenport to set up the offense. So here is Franzen. Franzen sweeps. Looks to the crease. Oh, what a goal. Great pass out in front, but Randy Belton with a couple of fakes picks up his first of the game. And it's now 4-0 McFauls. That is a beautiful cross-crease pass. Great patience from Belton. Very easily could have quick-sticked it home. But used a fake, and nothing that the East Sider keeper can really do as we're under a minute to go. Here in the second quarter, now 4-0 McFauls. That's where you head towards halftime. Keep in mind, halftime will be short, about a minute and a half. So they keep things rolling here in the Maryland Lacrosse League. Draw still in question. Finally scooped up by Michael Smith. Smith moves in, takes a shot, but an easy stop there from Chittum. And they'll outlet the other way. Picked up here by Davenport. 20 seconds to go. This could be a big goal for McFauls. Up ahead. Belton spins, can't get his hands free, draws the double, fakes the pass across, decides to keep, turns and fires, and a big save. It's still sitting in the crease and finally found by the keeper. A long outlet with 2 seconds left, trying the miracle. But the buzzer goes, and that is how the second quarter will end. 4-0 lead for McFauls as we head to third quarter action in just a moment as you're watching the Maryland Lacrosse League on the Sports Fan Base Network. Welcome back, everybody. We are live from William G. Tierney Field. As you can hear and maybe see, the wind picking up. There is a thunderstorm watch for the next few hours in the area. Hopefully it all stays nice and north to us so we can see it. We'll have to come up with contingency plans if things get a little crazy. Third quarter action has begun. This is the Maryland Lacrosse League semifinals. A 4-0 lead for McFauls over the East Ciders. Tom Williams here. Thank you so much for joining us as McFauls maintains possession. Third quarter action begun. Balanced scoring, 4 different goal scorers. As this gets away, it'll be East Cider ball. And talking about thunderstorms starting 4 or 5 o'clock. And again, that would certainly put a damper on things as the championship game is scheduled for 4:30. So we'll apologize if there's any wind in the microphones. As the East Ciders trying to come back in this one. They have possession. Look to the crease. Shot, and it goes just wide. There's a nice opportunity for Kyle Benitez. And our crew behind the scenes is already looking for ways to keep everything covered and dry, just in case it starts to pour on us. Here's Benitez. Spins to his left. Takes a shot right into the chest of the keeper, Chittum, who has been very strong. Pitching a shutout so far as that pass is a little bit too high. Ball loose, and it'll become East Cider ball. And we'll have to keep an eye on, not to belabor the point, keep an eye on lightning in the area. We'll see if the officials are on the ball as far as that's concerned. I hope we don't have to abandon the broadcast. They'll play through rain. Lightning, I would think they would stop. So down to 9:35 to go in the third quarter. Again, 4-0 McFauls. Tony Million, Greg Franson, Randy Belton among the scorers for McFauls. Shot goes wide there by Patrick Kenny. East Ciders putting on some pressure here. Just desperate to try to get back into this game. Here's Benitez. East Ciders are the higher seed in this game, the number 2 seed in this tournament. So this would be at least on paper an upset as Brian Haney, harassed from behind, knocked down, slashed, flags fly. As Tony Million just got himself a little bit too excited, we'll have our first man-up situation of the game. So we'll be East Ciders with the man up for a minute. 8:40 and counting to go here in the third quarter. Best opportunity of the game for the East Ciders to get on the board, trailing 4-0. Good step up. Oh, pass a little bit too strong, though, for Benitez. Not the way you want to start a man-up opportunity. Especially with the clock being a running clock. It's not going to stop if it goes out of play as Lacey tosses across to nobody in particular. Stepping up is Davenport, and he'll take it over the center line. So again, down a man, just want to get it deep, kill some clock. Davenport looks to the crease, but that's blocked away. Juggled and moved away by Standiford. Standiford goes inside out, comes in, hands free towards the crease, scores! Oh, great move by Kyle Standiford. Getting the East Ciders on the board. It's now 4-1 McFauls.
East Ciders goal.
That is every long stick defenseman's dream to go coast to coast like that. We've seen him attempt it a couple of times this afternoon. But finally found room. Not often do they get that tight to the keeper, but he made a nice little fake and just tucked it underneath the crossbar. Usually they shoot from the outside using that long pole to their advantage. It's really getting some serious torque on a shot, but instead, little finesse coming from Standiford. To be fair, though, he is listed as a defenseman and midi, so he does have that skill set in him. 7 minutes left to go third quarter. East Ciders on the board, trailing 4-1, but McFauls has possession. They're in the blue. And the winner of this game will play at 4:30, seemingly weather permitting. Trying to power his way out in front is Franzen. Already has a goal in this one. Back now for Belton. Outside shot, and he scores. A rocket from Randy Belton tucks underneath the crossbar, makes it a 5-1 game for Randy Belton. That's his second of the contest. And talking about torque, will basically flick those wrists. And the East Ciders keeper kind of flinched low. So good response after the East Ciders score their first of the game, back to a 4-goal advantage for McFauls. Face-off infraction. And it will be McFauls' possession. So here's Belton. Back up top now for Million. Fakes left, goes right, finds room on the sweep, hands free, takes a shot and a save. Nice opportunity. But the keeper making the stop. And outlets to the near side. Alex Dixon. Across, chested down by Remortal. And he'll move forward with it. Back behind for Ships. Ships under a lot of pressure from Kyle Lacey. And decides to leave it off. Remortal, look to the crease, loose, and swallowed up. So not only has the keeper for McFauls, Brian Chittum makes some big saves. That's a good loose ball pickup as well. 4:35 to go in the third. 5-1 in favor of McFauls in this semifinal game. The winner will take on Coopers coming up at 4:30. So there will be a break between this final semifinal and the championship game. They may decide to move it up because of the impending weather. That'll be a tough break for whoever wins this game. They'll do their best to keep it fair. And lights are off, by the way. I don't think we need them just yet. It's not quite that dark. So here's Davenport. Back for Belton. Being harassed a bit by Standiford. Draws the pick, and they're going to call that a moving pick. A little frustration there from Greg Franzen. He wanted that one. Now moving in Standiford. Fast break the other way. Oh, unable to pick it up was Kenny. Passed a little bit behind him. Just dropped out of the end of his cross. And slowing down now is Kyle Lacey. Lacey now for Bragg. Trouble getting over the center line as Kenny got in the way. It eventually works out with 3:30 to go in the third. Here's Davenport up top. Tries the near side for Belton. Belton listed as an attackman, but has basically been quarterbacking. Even now without possession, he's telling Queries Davenport to back off, get some room. And he'll take it up ahead. Davenport jumps, avoids the pick. Low pass for Belton. Look to the crease. Sharp angle shot and a save. That's a good opportunity. But not much of an angle. So under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 5-1 McFauls. East Ciders control. Sweep by Kenny. Now back behind. Here's Ships. Around the far side for Patrick Kenny. Two Kennys, Patrick and Christopher. Taking on the near side. Look to the crease, pass behind, underhand shot, and that goes just wide by Christopher Kenny. If he picks that up cleanly, he could have turned and fired. Instead, just found himself in kind of a no-man's land situation and decided to just kind of scoop it towards the cage. Good backup, though, by these Ciders. Heading down to the 2-minute mark. Ships, drops it back behind for Patrick Kenny. Look to the crease, pass high, but a nice jump play by Nielsen, but he is wrecked. And let's see what they call here. It will stay East Ciders' possession, so maybe in a loose ball push. And you go into, it's like going over the middle in football. It's got to be a hard pass. This shot goes high and wide by Christopher Kenny. If you're going to get a pass to the crease, you don't want to loop it in there because it gives them time, it gives the defense a time to slide and collapse. Nice swing move here by Ships, trying to get a shot off. But McFauls will come up with it. And here is Greg Franzen. Interesting clear here as the ride will back off as we're down to 1:17 to go. Look, everyone was kind of staying still, kind of watching. And eventually, McFauls works it up ahead to the offensive zone. Ball near side.
1 minute in the quarter.
We're down to the last minute. Swims to his left. Dumps it back behind, but out of the reach of the jumping Randy Belton. So with under 50 seconds to go, Ciders will get an opportunity to pull within 3 heading to the final quarter. Kyle Standerford will get a loose one and bring it in. Ball down, picked up by Schabbert. Played in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference Championship game back in the day when he was at Randolph-Macon College. So here's Benitez. Benitez, room in front of him. Benitez takes a shot and it goes just wide. Just missed the far side post. 20 seconds to go. It is backed up by the Ciders. Picked up by Patrick Kenny. Kenny trying to get something going. 15 seconds left. Look to the crease. Shot that goes high again. Sean Doherty. Down to 6 seconds left to go. One last opportunity. Throw to the crease. Shot to save. Big stop by Chittum. Ball loose back behind, and that is how the third will end. Huge keeping for McFauls, and Brian Chittum keeping it a 4-goal lead heading to the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break as you're watching the Maryland Lacrosse League on the Sports Fan Base Network. Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter action about to begin. Maryland Lacrosse League semifinals as McFauls leads Ciders by a score of 5-1. Underway here in the fourth, and McFauls will pick it up. Another draw victory for them. Ciders put up a lot of pressure in that last minute or so of the third quarter. And it was ended by a huge stick save by Brian Chittum between the pipes. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Sports Fan Base Network. And when this one's over, don't go anywhere. We'll have our championship game coming up at about 4:30. That may change depending on the weather situation. It seems to have cleared up a little, but according to weather apps all abound here in suburban Baltimore, there's a chance of rain, well, a pretty heavy chance of rain from, say, 4 o'clock on. And right now, sitting at close to 4 o'clock. So we'll see what happens here. They'll play through the rain. They will not, at least I would hope not, play through a thunderstorm or a lightning storm. I would think they would go to high school rules where you see a lightning strike and the clock begins at 30 minutes. You don't play again until there are no lightning strikes for 30. But we digress as McFauls leads 5-1. Trying to power through here. Davenport, but lost it. And taken here by Robert Wilson. Former Gettysburg product. Steps out of play. I think he lost his bearings again there. 2 sets of lines here. The white ones are for the men's game and the red for the women's game. As McFauls will possess, but ball down and scooped up here by Wilson. Played in the D3 National Championship game in 2002, along with Chris Ships, who wears number 10 for the Ciders. Running back his way through is Kyle Standerford. He has the lone goal for the Ciders, looking for more. Sharp angle. Tries it off the outside of the pipe. And that'll go out of play, and it is backed up by McFauls. And we mentioned earlier, when you have a defenseman come in, may not be as prepared as this is given away. Keeper out of his crease, but now coming in Kenny. Trying to spin for control. Kick towards the cage and scooped up by Chittum. Sloppy play right now from McFauls. As it looks like we'll have a trip call, and it'll be McFauls' possession. 8:34 to go in the fourth quarter. 5-1 McFauls. Randy Belton leading the way with a couple. So here's Gregory Bragg. Back now for Belton. And he'll direct a little bit of the offense here. Just wait for some midfield substitutions. Here's Davenport. Actually, that's Rajesh Ramgopal, former D1 player at Canisius, former Golden Griffin. Nice look on back. Belton scoops it up. Lowers the shoulder, but forced back. Good defensive work by Wilson. He'll try the left side, spin to his right. Can't get his hands free. Back now for Bragg. Throws it towards the cage, but it's blocked away by the keeper. So now East Ciders control. Ooh, double team on the ride. But they get through it. Under 8 minutes to go. A lot of real estate in front. Wines fires and scores. Sneaky shot there. And the East Ciders are back on the board. It's now 5-2. And it looked like he was going to just wind up in power, but he just winded back and just flicked the wrist. Snuck it over the shoulder. Brian Chittum. And that's number 30 for the East Ciders. Don't have his name, unfortunately.
7 minutes remaining.
So heading down to 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Just a 3-goal lead. Now this draw and all subsequent are going to be huge for the East Ciders. McFauls have carried the advantage at the face-off dot. The East Ciders, if they want to get back into this game, need to step up here. And it will be withheld, and it will be McFauls' possession. Just underneath the arm. So opportunity for McFauls to respond. They did so very well after giving up the first goal. This shot goes wide by Franzen. But that is backed up. 6:19 to go in the fourth. McFauls right now, not really in a rush to score or even get opportunities. Want to be smart with possession. Maybe some short passes, keep the play moving. Wind picking up once again here in Maryland. Trying to power his way in, back his way in. Nice drop off. Shot, score! Randy Belton picks up the hat trick as everyone was kind of focused towards Daniel Roach. And Belton, all by himself, allowed to step into one. And it's now 6-2 in favor of McFauls, heading down to the 5-minute mark of this fourth quarter. So we are that much closer to our championship game matchup. Coopers are already in after a 9-1 win in their semifinal. McFauls have responded twice to the East Ciders, not allowing them to get a run. Leading now 6-2, and they have possession. Back now here for Franzen. Franzen back behind the cage. Wraparound shot, and that goes wide. And it's backed up by McFauls. They'll maintain possession. Under 4:30 to go. And they can keep this up the rest of the way. Just keep possession. Smart opportunity towards cages. Nice collapse, but it's scooped up here by Million. And a flag flies. It is going to be called a slash. Well, looks like we may have a couple of penalties here. It'll be coincidentals. So we'll play some 5-on-5.
There are 2 fouls on the front, a slash on McFauls and a slash on East Ciders.
So taking the knee for McFauls is Greg Franzen. And it looks like it is Robert Wilson who will take the knee for the East Ciders. So we'll play 5-on-5 offensively. Officials will get together to work it out. And they'll stop the clock at 3:26 to go. Yeah, and the rules are if the game is within 3 with 3 minutes left, they'll stop the clock on everything.
Penalties will serve full time.
So this is pretty important for the East Side. If they can pull within 3 quickly, the game will slow down enough for them to get back into it. If not, the clock will just continue to roll. And it'll be that much tougher to get back into it. So, here we go, even strength. See, here's Patrick Kenny. This is Christopher Kenny. Correction, this is Sean Doherty. Thinking about the sharp angle shot, powers his way in towards the crease, and he skips it home. That is a nice goal there to pull the East Ciders within 3. That's his second goal of the game, and that will stop the clock at 2:53 left to go. A huge goal. The East Ciders still have a long way to go. They'll have to score 1 per minute, but with the clock stopping after every whistle now, it has become a lot more realistic. Big draw here for the East Ciders. They've had trouble in the face-off dot. McFauls winning draws and recipient of violations. Still sitting there. Still loose. Kicked up ahead, and it's East Ciders possession. Standiford will take control. They get inside the restraining box. Ball down. Still loose, and then finally regrouped. Shot comes in. That goes wide by Benitez. But it is backed up by McFauls, and they'll get possession. Clock rolls at 2:18 to go. And at this point, McFauls just needs to play cleanly the rest of the way. Keep possession as long as possible. Back behind as we're down to 2 minutes to go. Here's Davenport. Pass a little high, but controlled by McFauls. Davenport gets it back for Ramgopal. 1:40 to go. East Ciders need to get a little desperate here. Nice scoop up on the bounce by Bragg. Bragg will get back inside. And we'll toss it back behind at X. Look to the crease. Oh, almost intercepted as that gets through Davenport. Center line. That should be over and back, and it is. It is East Ciders' ball with 1:20 to go. Picked up by Kenny. Patrick Kenny down by 3. Nice look up ahead. Christopher Kenny to the crease. Oh, little pass low. Underneath shot, and he scores. Oh, nice. Sean Doherty picks up the goal and pulls him within 2. Clock stopped at 1:11 to go. It seemed like every pass was getting away there, but it was backed up.
With 1:11 remaining to score, McFauls 6.
And it worked out well for the East Ciders. They have pulled within 2. Another huge draw. As they are not out of this one just yet. Scooped out by McFauls, and they possess cleanly. Everyone collapses. They need to continue. So we're down to 1 minute to go. They get free, and a timeout called by McFauls, I believe. No, it was withholding. So down to 1 minute to go, and it's East Sider ball. Huge opportunity for them now to pull within 1. The double team drawn. Pass up ahead here for Patrick Kenny. 48 seconds to go. Kenny gets free. Goal line extended. Bounce shot. Oh, try to hockey it towards the cage. Turnaround shot. No, and it's scooped up by Chittum. And that could be enough to kill the game. Down to 35 seconds to go. McFauls with possession. Up by 2. See how desperate these Ciders can get. It's skipped all the way down. Then batted away by Wilson. Hockeys it away. Scoops up. 22 seconds to go. Pass forward. And controlled by the East Ciders. Spin move to get over. That very easily could have been offside, and it is. Flag flies. 9 seconds left. They're going to run out of time. Another flag flies. Ball down. It's scooped up. 4.8 seconds left. There could be 2 fouls here against McFauls, but the good news for them is there's just no time. They may pull within 1 with a quick one, but that'll be it. McFauls will survive. .30-second push. It'll be offsides as well. 2 30-second violations.
Push with possession and offside, both on McFauls.
So it should be 6-on-4. Yep, they need to get another player off again. Not going to make a difference in this one unless they find a way to score 2. Another flag flies. I think somebody McFauls said something silly.
1 minute conduct penalty on McFauls.
So add another penalty to that. It'll be 6-on-3. Again, with only 4.8 seconds, doesn't matter that it's unreleasable. But a chance here for the East Siders to pull within 1. Clock goes. We begin play. 3 seconds left. Pass up top. The shot blocked, and that'll do it. Well, McFauls hangs on as the East Siders run out of time. McFauls are going to the championship game as they defeat the East Siders 6-4. Well, we have our championship matchup coming up at 4:30. It'll be McFauls taking on the Coopers. And that's coming up at 4:30 here on the Sports Fan Base Network. We'll take a break and join you then for that championship game. You're watching the Maryland Lacrosse League on the Sports Fan Base Network.